They say forgetting is harder than forgiving someone who hurt you. And I'm finding out just how true that really is these days. I've forgiven you for everything you did to break me down, but learning to forget you is impossible, it seems right now. I thought I'd moved past you and everything we shared before, until something small reminded me and brought it flooding back. A song we used to love, or the scent of your cologne in passing. Learning to forget is 2 steps forward and 3 steps back always. My brain won't let go of the memories we created together, even the ones I desperately wish I could erase from my mind. I'm fighting my own memory every single day and losing badly. I've tried so many ways to make you disappear from my thoughts, but you're embedded in my mind, deeper than I ever realized before. Learning to forget isn't something I can force, no matter how hard my heart and brain refuse to cooperate with my healing process. I want to forget the sound of your voice calling out my name, erase the memory of your touch and how it made me feel alive. But learning to forget you is harder than loving you ever was. You're stuck inside my head and I can't seem to get you out. Cause when you were here, but forgiveness doesn't equal forgetting like I thought it would. I still remember every detail of our time together clearly now. Learning to forget requires letting go of good and bad both, and I'm not ready to release the happy memories we made, even though they come with all the painful ones attached to. So I'm stuck in this place between remembering and moving forward. Maybe I'm not supposed to forget you completely after all. Maybe you're meant to stay a part of my story forever here. But learning to forget enough to function normally again is the goal I'm working toward, even if I never fully succeed. I want to forget the sound of your voice calling out my name, erase the memory of your touch and how it made me feel alive. But learning to forget you is harder than loving you ever was. You're stuck inside my head and I can't seem to get you out. Perhaps one day forgetting won't feel like such a betrayal of everything we meant to each other once upon a time. But until then I'll keep trying to learn to forget gradually, even though part of me doesn't really want to at This heavy silence between us is louder than words. I'm suffocating in heavy silence. You're creating here, we're drowning in heavy silence that won't break it all. Can heavy silence be filled, or is it permanent? Boy, the heavy silence in this room crushing me tonight. This heavy silence is your punishment for me somehow. I'm trying to break heavy silence, but you won't help me. Every second of heavy silence feels like an eternity passing. You're using heavy silence as weapon against me daily. This heavy silence is more painful than fighting would be. When will heavy silence and then communication resume again? Are we sitting in heavy silence instead of talking? Maybe heavy silence is safer than saying what we feel. I'm done with what we feel. I'm done with heavy silence. I need words, even harsh ones. This heavy silence is killing us more than truth ever could. Oh, this heavy silence is suffocating everything between us. I'm drowning in heavy silence that you refuse to break. Can't survive in heavy silence when I need to hear your voice. So either speak up or I'm leaving this heavy silence behind. I'm breaking this heavy silence, even if you won't join me. This heavy silence has gone on too long already. I'm feeling heavy silence with my truth, whether you want it. Cause heavy silence is a cowardly way of dealing with problems. You can stay in heavy silence, but I'm done with it now. This heavy silence proves we don't have what it takes to work. So I'm walking away from heavy silence into my own voice. Silence was your way of ending things gently. Perhaps heavy silence means you've already checked out here. But I'm done with heavy silence, I deserve communication. Cause heavy silence is disrespectful, and I won't tolerate it. Ooh, this heavy silence is suffocating everything between us. I'm drowning in heavy silence that you refuse to break. Can't survive in heavy silence when I need to hear your voice. So either speak up or I'm leaving this heavy silence behind. I left the heavy silence and found my voice again finally. Heavy silence taught me that words matter, even hard ones. Ooh, goodbye to heavy silence. Hello to honest communication. We're ending things with a gentle goodbye this time. No drama or fighting, just quiet acknowledgement here. This gentle goodbye feels strange after all we've been, but it's the kindest way to close our chapter together. Yeah. We could have made this messy and burned everything down, but we're choosing a gentle goodbye instead of war. There's maturity in recognizing when something is over and letting go with grace rather than destruction here. Yeah. This gentle goodbye honors what we meant to each other, even though we can't continue being together anymore. I'm grateful for the kindness we're showing at the end. Not every ending has to be explosive or dramatic here. Sometimes a gentle goodbye is the most loving choice. We're hurting but we're not trying to hurt each other, and that speaks volumes about the respect we still share. We're saying a gentle goodbye to everything we built together. This quiet ending feels right, even though it's still sad. We're parting ways with kindness instead of cruelty today. And this gentle goodbye is the gift we give each other. remember this gentle goodbye when I think of you. The way we ended will color how I recall our beginning. We're proving that love can end without turning to hate. This gentle goodbye is rare and precious in its own way. Most people don't get to part with this much grace shown. We're fortunate to have the maturity for tenderness now. Even in our ending, we're taking care of each other here. This gentle goodbye doesn't mean it hurts any less today, but it means we're not adding unnecessary pain on top. We're choosing compassion over revenge and peace over war. And that's the most loving thing we could do right now. We're saying a gentle goodbye to whether this quiet ending feels right, even though it's still sad, even though it's still sad. We're parting ways with kindness instead of cruelty today. Cruelty today. This gentle goodbye is the gift we give each other. When I look back years from now at this gentle goodbye, I'll be proud of how we handled our ending with grace. Not every love story gets a kind conclusion like ours, and this tender farewell is proof of what we meant together. It's the middle of the night, and I'm thinking about you again. Same time every night, when the loneliness gets too heavy to bear. In the middle of the night, all my defenses come crashing down, and I'm just a person who misses someone they can't have no more. During the day I'm strong, I keep it together for everyone to see. The middle of the night reveals the truth I hide when sun is up. That I'm broken and I'm lonely, and I need you here beside me. Why does the middle of the night make everything hurt worse than daytime? When darkness falls, the pain comes flooding in without no warning. In the middle of the night, I'm most honest with myself about this, that I'm nowhere near as okay as I pretend to be for everyone. In the middle of the night, I break down and cry for you. When everyone's asleep and no one's watching me fall apart here. The middle of the night knows all my secrets and my weaknesses. That's when I miss you most, when there's nothing to distract my mind. Every middle of the night, I'm wide awake and thinking of your name. The darkness brings out everything I'm trying to forget about us. In the middle of the night, I can't pretend that I'm alright no more. Ooh, it's 3 a.m. and I'm staring at the ceiling once again tonight. The middle of the night has become a time to fall apart completely. I should be sleeping, but instead I'm replaying every moment that we had. In the middle of the night, my mind won't let me rest from loving you. I've thought about calling you so many times when it gets like this, but the middle of the night decisions always look stupid in the morning light. So I just lay here suffering in silence till stop myself, just barely. In the middle of the night I break down and cry for you. When everyone's asleep and no one's watching me fall apart here. The middle of the night knows all my secrets and my weaknesses. That's when I miss you most, when there's nothing to distract my mind. Maybe middle of the night will get easier eventually with time. But right now it's the hardest part of every day I'm living through. When darkness falls, I'm back to missing you, like it just happened. You remind me of someone I used to know well. Looking at you is like seeing a mirror image here. You have the same patterns and the same wounds too. This familiarity is both comforting and terrifying to me.
You're a mirror image of my past mistakes repeated. I thought I learned my lesson, but here I am again, falling for the same type of person in different packaging. You have their eyes, their smile, their way of hurting me. I should've recognized the signs from the very beginning, but I was blinded by hope that you'd be different somehow. This mirror image proves I haven't grown at all, it seems. I'm attracted to what's familiar, even when it's toxic here. This mirror image of my past is my comfort zone now. I know how the story ends, but I can't stop myself from repeating it with you like a fool who never learns. You're a mirror image of everyone who broke me before. Same patterns, different face, but the ending's the same always. I'm stuck in a cycle of choosing my own destruction daily, because this mirror image feels like home even when it hurts. Look at us and see every relationship I've ever had. You're a mirror image reflecting all my unhealed trauma back. The way you pull away reminds me of them exactly right. And I respond the same way I always have before today. This mirror image is showing me I haven't changed at all. Despite all my therapy and self-work I thought I'd done, I'm still choosing people who will hurt me predictably here. Maybe I'm the problem, not the mirror image I keep finding. Perhaps I seek out what's familiar, because change scares me. This mirror image is just showing me what I already know, that I'm not ready to break the pattern I've been living in. You're a mirror image of everyone who broke me before. Same patterns, different face, but the ending's the same always. I'm stuck in a cycle of choosing my own destruction daily, because this mirror image feels like home even when it hurt. One day I'll break the mirror and stop seeking reflections of my past and every person that I try to love going forward. But today you're just another mirror image in a long line of people who remind me I still have work to do on myself.
saying it's all my fault that we ended up like this. But it takes two people to destroy what we had here. I'll admit my part, but it ain't on my fault alone tonight. Stop putting on my fault, blame on me when you're guilty too. You're acting like it's all my fault. We're breaking up right now, but conveniently forgetting all the things you did to hurt me too. Maybe some of it is all my fault, but you contributed it to this mess. I'm tired of you making me feel like it's all my fault when it's not. We both made mistakes here, so stop saying all my fault like I'm alone. You want me to take all my fault responsibility while you play victim here, but I'm done accepting all my fault when you won't admit yours at all. Is it really all my fault, or are you projecting your guilt onto me? Taking all my fault blame will be easier than looking at yourself. Honestly, how long was all my fault? But I won't know what's your fault too tonight. We need to share the blame here, cause it's not all my fault like you claim. It's not all my fault, no matter how many times you say it is here. We both killed this relationship slowly together over time tonight. Stop making it all my fault when your hands are just as dirty as mine. I'll take my half of the blame, but I won't take all my fault for both of us. Yeah. You tell our friends that it's all my fault to make yourself look better, but they know the truth, that it's not all my fault like you're claiming here. Maybe if you admitted your part instead of saying all my fault constantly, we could actually heal instead of fighting over who's more wrong right now. Hey. I'm sorry for my mistakes, but I'm not sorry for things that ain't all my fault. You need me to be the villain so you can be the victim in the story here, but reality is messier than your version where it's all my fault completely. Perhaps you need it to be all my fault, cause admitting your role is too painful, but making it all my fault don't change the facts about what you did too. I can accept all my fault for my mistakes, but not for the entire relationship. That's unfair, and you know it deep down, even if you won't admit it tonight. It's not all my fault, no matter how many times you say it is here. We both built this relationship slowly together over time tonight. Stop making it all my fault when your hands are just as dirty as mine. I'll take my half of the blame, but I won't take all my fault for both of us. When you finally admit it's not all my fault, maybe we can really talk. But until then I'm done being your scapegoat for everything that went wrong. So keep your all my fault narrative. I know the truth about what happened here. We were almost perfect together, but almost isn't enough. You almost love me back, but almost doesn't count for anything. I almost had everything I wanted, but almost broke my heart. Almost doesn't count when you're left with nothing in the end. We were so close to being what I dreamed about for years. But close doesn't win prizes or give you what you need here. You almost said you loved me several times, but stopped yourself. Almost doesn't count when the words never actually left your mouth. We almost made it work, but almost isn't a success story at all. I almost got my happy ending, but almost just means I didn't really. This near miss is harder to accept than if we'd never tried at all. Almost is the cruelest word in the entire dictionary right now, because it means we had a chance, but somehow still failed to make it. Almost doesn't count for anything in the real world here today, even though it feels like it should mean something significant to me. We almost had forever, but we fell short of the finish line together. Almost loved each other enough, but almost doesn't build a life at all. I almost got to keep you, but almost means you're gone just the same. Almost doesn't count, now I'm left with nothing but the pain. People tell me to be grateful for what we almost had together, but almost doesn't count when you're alone at night, missing someone. We almost overcame our issues, but almost means we actually didn't. I almost believed we'd make it through, but almost shattered that hope. You almost chose me over your fears, but almost isn't a choice made. Almost doesn't count in matters of the heart or commitment shown. This almost love is haunting me more than ever having tried would. The tragedy of almost is that it's so close to everything working, but almost doesn't count, and distance doesn't matter when you fail. We were almost there, but almost is just another word for not enough, and not enough is all I'm left with now that you're gone from me. We almost had forever, but we fell short of the finish line together. Almost loved each other enough, but almost doesn't build a life at all. I almost got to keep you, but almost means you're gone just the same. Almost doesn't count, and now I'm left with nothing but the pain. Yeah, maybe almost is worse than never getting close at all to having it, because now I know exactly what I'm missing out on here today. Oh, almost doesn't count, but it sure does hurt like it should've counted for something more than just a painful memory of what could've been. They keep telling me I'm better off without you in my life now, but better off don't feel better, it just feels empty and unknown, yeah. I know they mean well when they say I'm better off, but they don't understand. It's sometimes worse with you, flat better than better off without you now. Everyone says I'm better off now that you're gone from my daily life here, and just all the ways you weren't good for me, like I don't already know now. But being better off is lonely, cause it means facing myself without distraction. You were toxic, but you were familiar, and better off me starting completely over. I'm supposed to feel relief that I'm better off, but I just feel sad and empty instead. Cause better off in theory don't translate to better off in reality for me right now. I know that, but that don't make being better off any easier to accept tonight. To be settled, cause they require letting go completely, and I'm still holding on to hope that you change and we can try again someday. Being better off is what I need, but not what financially and emotionally and mentally. They say with confidence here. Oh, my heart don't calculate better off the same way that logic does in my head. You want hood for me, I know that, but you are something and now I've got nothing. Being better off feels worse than being stuck, 'cause at least, man, I had you somehow. Trying to believe that I'm better off like everyone gets a system that I am now. But better off this cold comfort when what I really want is you back here beside me. Baby, one day I feel grateful that I'm better off, but today ain't that day yet. Tonight eventually I'll look back and understand why everyone said I'm better off without you. Being better off requires faith that this pain is temporary and necessary for growth. But faith they call with better off feels like the worst thing that's ever happened to me. This ain't about without you, but it don't feel like it to me yet. It feels like loss and grief and emptiness where you used to be before I knew I'm better off. No, it don't make the pain hurt in the end. Tonight, give me time, baby, be better off. Will start to feel like what they play. One day I'll meet someone who makes me understand why I'm better off now. But until then, being better off is just another way of saying I belong without you. So let me grieve what I lost, even if I'm better off in the end eventually.
Oh, The truth is a bitter pill I have to swallow now. You never loved me the way I loved you here. This bitter pill is hard to get down my throat, but I need to accept reality, no matter how it hurts. I've been lying to myself about what we really had, but this bitter pill of truth won't let me pretend anymore. You were settling and I was giving you everything I had. The imbalance was obvious to everyone but me, it seems. Now I'm choking on this bitter pill of realization that I was more invested than you ever were at all. The truth tastes terrible, but I can't spit it out now. I wanted so badly to believe we were equally in love, but this bitter pill proves I was delusional about us here. You were comfortable and I was obsessed with making it work, and that's not a foundation for anything real or lasting. This bitter pill is a truth I didn't want to face today. You never felt the way I did about what we were building. I was alone in my feelings while you were just passing time and swallowing this bitter pill. It's breaking my heart completely. Looking back, I can see all the signs I chose to ignore. This bitter pill was waiting for me all along. I just refused it. You never said you loved me first, not even once. I realized I was always chasing you, and you were always running away. Hey, the bitter pill of accepting I wasted years on someone lukewarm. It's harder than if you'd just been honest from the very start. But you let me believe what I wanted to believe instead. This bitter pill is teaching me painful lessons about love. That wanting it badly enough doesn't make it mutual at all. I gave my whole heart to someone, barely gave a piece, and now I'm dealing with the consequences of that choice. This bitter pill is a truth I didn't want to face today. Never felt the way I did about what we were building. I was alone in my feelings while you were just passing time and swallowing this bitter pill. It's breaking my heart completely. Maybe this bitter pill will make me wiser in my next relationship, and I'll recognize when someone isn't matching my energy given. But right now it just hurts knowing I loved you more than you loved me. And this bitter pill of truth is all I have left of what we were.
We both know this won't last much longer now. The end is coming, we're just delaying it here. Everything we do feels temporary, fragile today. We're living on borrowed time and pretending otherwise. I can feel the expiration date approaching us fast, but neither one of us wants to be the first to leave. So we keep playing house in this relationship that's dying, making plans we know will never actually follow through. Every kiss feels like it might be our last one shared, and every word carries the weight of goodbye in it. We're living on borrowed time, but acting like forever. Yeah, yeah. The countdown has already started in both our hearts. We're just too scared to acknowledge what we know is true, that we're holding on to something that's already dead inside. And borrowed time always runs out eventually for us. We're still in moments that don't really belong to us anymore, pretending that tomorrow will come when we both know it won't. This love is dying slowly and we're watching it happen daily. We're living on borrowed time and the clock is ticking loud. Yeah, I memorize your face because soon it'll be just memory, and you hold me tighter like you're trying to stop time. We don't talk about the future anymore at all these days, because we know there isn't one waiting for us ahead. This borrowed time is all we have left to share together, and we're spending it pretending everything's fine when it's not. The hourglass is almost empty and we both can see it. Part of me wants to stop the inevitable from happening, to freeze this moment before everything falls apart completely. But borrowed time can't be extended no matter how we try. The debt comes due and we'll have to pay it very soon. We're still in moments that don't really belong to us anymore, pretending that tomorrow will come when we both know it won't. This love is dying slowly and we're watching it happen daily. We're living on borrowed time and the clock is ticking loud. even though we knew it was never meant to last at all. Everybody telling me I should move on by now, but they don't understand what we had together here. I can't let go even though I know I should. Your memories holding me hostage every night. I keep your number in my phone even though I know that calling you would only make this harder on us both. But I can't let go of the hope that maybe one day you'll come back and we can try again to make it right. My friends are tired of hearing me talk about you still. They say I'm stuck, but they don't know how deep this goes. I can't let go. Everything reminds me of your face. No, 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 no. I know holding on is only hurting me right now, but letting go feels like giving up on everything we were. I can't let go, 'cause that means you're really gone for good, and I'm not ready to accept that truth just yet tonight. I can't let go, no matter how hard I try to move forward. You're still the first thing on my mind. When I wake up alone, should be over you by now, but I can't let go of us yet, even though I know you've already let go of me. Catch a glimpse of you through the window. I can't let go of these pathetic habits I developed since you walked away and left me here to figure out my life. People say time heals everything, but time ain't done nothing except make me miss you more with every day that passes by. I can't let go, 'cause you're the only one I've ever loved like this. Maybe I'm a fool for holding on to something that's already dead, but I can't let go. When my heart still beats your name out loud, every rational part of me says move on, but I just can't do it. 'Cause letting go means starting over, and I don't wanna start again. I can't let go, no matter how hard I try to move forward. You're still the first thing on my mind. When I wake up alone, should be over you by now, but I can't let go of us yet, even though I know you've already let go of me. One day I'll wake up, finally be free from you, but today ain't that day, 'cause I can't let go just yet. I'm still holding on, I feel it, but my tongue exists. Holding on, I feel it, but my tongue exists. Running after something that was never really mine. You left pieces of yourself, but took your heart away. I'm chasing shadows of what we could have been together. But shadows disappear when you try to hold them close. You gave me just enough to keep me holding on tight, but never enough to actually call this love at all. Grabbing at the remnants of the moments we shared, trying to build forever from the scraps you left behind. Every time I think I'm getting closer to your truth, you pull away and leave me chasing shadows once again. I'm running in circles after something undefined, yeah. I know I should stop running after what isn't there, but my heart won't listen to the logic in my head. I'm addicted to the chase, even though I never win. Chasing shadows has become my full-time occupation now, yeah. I keep running after echoes of the love you never gave, holding on to moments that were never meant to last forever. I'm chasing shadows in the dark and losing myself completely while you moved on and forgot I'm even here at all. You showed me glimpses of a future we'd never reach, just enough hope to keep me trapped in this cycle. I analyze every word you said, looking for hidden meaning, but there's nothing there except my own desperation showing. I'm building castles out of air and calling them real, while you're living your life, never thinking of me once. I'm chasing shadows that don't even exist anymore today. The worst part is knowing that I'm doing this alone. You're not running from me, you just never started running. I created this whole race inside my desperate mind, while you were never in the game I thought we played. I keep running after echoes of the love you never gave, holding on to moments that were never meant to last forever. I'm chasing shadows in the dark and losing myself completely while you moved on and forgot I'm even here at all. Maybe someday I'll get tired of running after nothing and realize that shadows can't love me back at all. But until that day comes, I'll keep chasing what's not there, because it's easier than facing the emptiness you left. I'm growing like concrete flowers through the cracks, finding beauty in the harshest conditions here. These concrete flowers aren't supposed to exist at all, but we bloom anyway despite the odds against us. They said I couldn't grow in this environment at all, but I'm pushing through like concrete flowers do daily, yeah. The conditions aren't ideal, but I'm blooming anyway. The These concrete flowers prove that life finds a way here. I'm not supposed to be beautiful in this harsh place, but I'm creating something lovely despite the obstacles. The concrete tried to stop me, yeah, but I broke through it. I'm proof that concrete flowers can exist and thrive, even when the world says it's just impossible to grow. This determination to bloom, regardless of conditions, is stronger than any barrier trying to contain me. I'm growing like concrete flowers, breaking through the heart, finding life in places where nothing should survive at all. These blooms are small but mighty, pushing past the stone and proving that beauty emerges even in the harshest ground. Yeah. Concrete flowers aren't as pretty as garden roses, but they're tougher and they've earned their existence. Every petal represents a fight to break through barriers. These concrete flowers are warriors, not delicate things. I'm proud of blooming in conditions that would kill most. Yeah. The concrete tried to bury me, yeah, but I found the cracks in these flowers I'm producing, all my victory shown. Not everyone appreciates concrete flowers like they should, but those who understand struggle see the beauty here. These blooms represent resilience and determination strong, and that's more valuable than any hothouse flower ever. I'm roaming like concrete flowers, breaking through the heart, finding life in places where nothing should survive at all. These blooms are small but mighty, pushing past the storm and proving that beauty emerges even in the harshest ground. I'm celebrating every concrete flower I managed to grow in conditions that were meant to keep me buried deep. This bloom is my rebellion against limitations set. And these flowers prove I'm stronger than the concrete here. You're reading chapter 10 while I'm still on chapter 3. We're on different pages in this story we're writing, moving at incompatible speeds toward separate endings. These different pages prove we're not meant to align. You're ready for commitment, and I'm still figuring myself out. We're on different pages and the timing's all wrong here. I can see the disappointment in your eyes when I hold back, but I can't force myself to be where you are right now. You want forever and I'm thinking about next week only. These different pages mean we're destined to frustrate each other. I wish I could speed up, but I can't rush my journey. It's nobody's fault that we're on different pages today. Sometimes people meet at the wrong time in their lives, and no amount of wanting it to work makes it possible. When your chapter's ahead of where I'm currently, we're reading different pages of the same book together, but we're not experiencing the story at the same pace here. You're ready for things I'm not prepared to give you yet. These different pages mean we're incompatible right now. care about you deeply, but I'm not where you need me. These different pages are creating tension between us daily. You're pushing for progress and I'm asking you to slow down. Neither one of us is wrong, we're just misaligned in timing. Maybe if we met later when I'm on your page, finally this will work, but right now these different pages divide us. I hate that timing is ruining something that could have been great. I wish I could fast forward to where you are in life, but these different pages can't be skipped just because we want. You need someone who's ready now, not someone who might be later. And I need someone who can wait, but that's not fair to you. We're reading different pages of the same book together, but we're not experiencing the story at the same pace here. You're ready for things I'm not prepared to give you yet. These different pages mean we're incompatible now. Maybe in another timeline we'd be on the same page, and this will work out perfectly for both of us here. But in this reality, our different pages are too far apart, and forcing it will only hurt us both more in the end. This relationship shouldn't be deep enough to lose myself, but somehow I'm going under and water barely knee-high here. You'd think I'd be able to stand up and walk away easily, but I'm drowning in the shallow end and can't catch my breath. We were supposed to be casual, nothing serious at all, just fun and easy with no strings attached between us two. But I fell harder than I meant to while you stayed floating. Now I'm drowning in the shallow end of something that's not deep. You're still playing in the water while I'm fighting to survive. This was never meant to matter, but it's killing me slowly now. I'm in over my head in something that should have been simple. I don't understand how I got here from where we started. This wasn't supposed to be anything I could drown in at all, but I'm drowning in the shallow end while you're still waiting, completely unaware that I'm going under right beside you. I'm suffocating in something that shouldn't be this hard to handle. Lost my footing in water that was never meant to be this deep. Drowning in the shallow end while everyone watches confused now, because they can't see how something so small destroyed me completely. People tell me to just stand up and save myself already. They don't get how I got pulled under by something so shallow. But feelings don't follow logic or measure depth rationally. I'm drowning in the shallow end because I made it deeper in my mind. You gave me inches and I turned them into miles of ocean vast, creating significance when none existed in reality at all. Now I'm paying the price for my own imagination's creation. You're standing right there watching me struggle to breathe properly, not understanding why I'm making such a big deal out of this. But I'm drowning in the shallow just having fun in the sun again. Oh, I'm suffocating in something that shouldn't be this hard to handle. Lost my footing in water that was never meant to be this deep. Drowning in the shallow end while everyone watches confused now, because they can't see how something so small destroyed me completely. Ooh, the embarrassment of drowning in the shallow end is almost worse than the actual pain of loving someone who doesn't love me back. I should be able to save myself from something this insignificant, but I'm going under anyway, and nobody understands why at all. You made empty promises that I believed in. Thought your words meant something, but they didn't. These empty promises are all I have left now. Should've known better than to trust your words. Every empty promise you made that sounded so real then, I had no reason not to believe you at the time. But empty promises are all you're capable of giving. You say what I wanna hear, then do nothing about it. I'm tired of your empty promises, get my hopes up, man, only to be disappointed when you don't follow through. These empty promises have destroyed my trust in you. Why do you keep making empty promises to me when you know you're not gonna keep your word here? Empty promises are worse than just saying nothing, 'cause they make me hope for things that never come. Your empty promises don't mean nothing to me now. I've learned that your words are just empty promises. Can't believe anything you say after all these times. Empty promises are your specialty, but I'm done falling for them. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, oh, oh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. You promised you'd change, but that was empty promises. Said you'd do better, but empty promises again. I kept believing your empty promises like a fool, thinking this time would be different from before. But empty promises are consistent, that's one thing. You're reliable at being unreliable with your words. No more empty promises, I'm done giving you chances. Maybe you believe your empty promises when you say them, but intention without action is still empty promises to me. I need someone whose words match their behavior always, not someone who deals in empty promises constantly. Your empty promises don't mean nothing to me now. I've learned that your words are just empty promises. Can't believe anything you say after all these times. Memories are losing their clarity with time, like a fading photograph left in the sun too long. I'm forgetting the details I swore I'd always remember. This fading photograph of us is slipping away from me. I used to remember every word you ever said to me, but now the conversations are blurring together here, like a fading photograph. The details are disappearing. I'm losing you piece by piece as time goes on daily. Your face is getting harder to picture in my mind, and your voice is becoming a distant echo I strain to hear. The sharp memories are softening me into vague impressions. Part of me wants to hold on to every detail forever, but the fading photograph can't be stopped by wanting. Time is erasing you from my memory, slowly but surely, and there's nothing I can do to prevent it from happening. You're becoming a fading photograph in my mind today. The colors bleeding out until you're just shades of gray. I'm forgetting the things I promised I'd never forget here, and watching our love disappear like it never existed. I try to recall specific moments we shared together, but they're hazing now like a fading photograph that's old. The feelings are still there, but the pictures are unclear. I'm grasping at memories that are slipping through my fingers. Maybe this is how healing happens, I don't really know. The fading photograph might be necessary for moving on, but losing you completely terrifies me more than keeping pain. I write down what I remember, trying to preserve it all, but words can't capture what a fading photograph held before. The essence of you is disappearing despite my efforts here, and I'm watching helplessly as you fade away from me. You're becoming a fading photograph in my mind today. The colors bleeding out until you're just shades of gray. I'm forgetting the things I promised I'd never forget here, and watching our love disappear like it never existed. Maybe years from now you'll be a fading photograph completely, just a vague memory of someone I used to know once. The sharpness of this pain will have dulled with time past, and I'll barely remember what made you so special to me.
I'm walking through a garden of regrets I planted. Every flower here represents a choice I wish I'd changed. This garden grows wilder with each passing season, and I'm lost in the maze of my own making. Now, I planted seeds of doubt when I should have trusted you. Now my garden of regrets is blooming everywhere I look. Every path I take leads to another mistake I made, and I'm surrounded by reminders of what could have been. The Roses are the words I never said when I should have. The thorns are all the times I hurt you needlessly here. This garden of regrets is beautiful and painful both. I tend to this garden every day with my memories, watering it with tears over things I can't change now. My garden of regrets keeps growing no matter what I do, and I'm trapped inside it, unable to find my way out here, out here. I'm lost in this garden of regrets that I create myself. Every plant reminds me of a moment I wish I could redo. This garden is overgrown with choices I can't take back, and I'm suffocating under the weight of what might have been. They just grow back stronger. This garden of regrets is taking root too deep in me. Every season brings new growth of things I wish I'd done or hadn't done, depending on the particular regret today. I'm the gardener of my own suffering and misery here, cultivating pain when I could be planting something new. But this garden of regrets is all I know how to grow. I could burn it all down and start fresh with better seeds. But my garden of regrets feels safer than the unknown. So I stay here tending to my pain like it's precious, when I should be creating beauty instead of dwelling here. I'm lost in this garden of regrets that I create myself. Every plant reminds me of a moment I wish I could redo. This garden is overgrown with choices I can't take back, and I'm suffocating under the weight of what might have been. Maybe one day I'll have the courage to leave this garden and plant something new that isn't rooted in my past. But until then I'm walking these familiar painful paths in my garden of regrets that keeps me prisoner willingly.
The distance feels impossible to cross right now, like an ocean between us that keeps getting wider. We're drifting further apart with every passing day. The separation is more than just physical space here. We used to be so close and nothing could divide us. Now there's an ocean between us I can't swim across. Every attempt I make to reach you fails completely. The current is too strong and I'm getting tired of trying. You're on one shore and I'm stranded on the other side, waving at each other but unable to actually connect anymore. This ocean between us is deeper than I ever imagined. I don't know when this ocean formed between us here, or how we let it grow this wide without fighting harder. But now it feels impossible to bridge this gap we've made, and I'm losing hope that we'll I can see you clearly from where I'm standing here, but the ocean between us makes you unreachable to me. I scream your name, but the waves swallow up my voice, and you can't hear me calling out for you anymore. This ocean between us is filled with all our problems, every unresolved fight and every word we left unsaid. The water level rises with each issue we ignore together. Maybe if we both swam toward each other simultaneously, we can meet in the middle of this ocean we've created. But you're not even trying to cross it anymore, I see, and I can't make it all the way alone without your help. There's an ocean between us now, and I can't swim that far. The distance has grown too great for me to cross alone today. We're separated by more than miles, we're worlds apart. Now this ocean between us is drowning what we used to have. I'm getting tired of treading water in this ocean here, waiting for you to start swimming toward me too someday. Maybe it's time to accept that this ocean between us wins, and we're meant to stay on our separate shores forever now. I built defenses to protect my heart from hurt again, but these paper thin walls can't keep anyone out at all. I pretend I'm guarded, but the truth is I'm wide open still. These paper thin walls are just an illusion of safety here. I told myself I wouldn't let anyone close to me anymore, that I'd learn my lesson from the last time I got burned. But you barely knocked and these paper thin walls came crashing down. I'm not as protected as I thought I was from feeling things. I talked a big game about being unavailable emotionally now, but the moment you showed interest, I folded completely again. These paper thin walls were never gonna keep me safe at all. I thought I'd built a fortress around my heart this time, but it turns out I only constructed paper thin walls that fall at the slightest pressure from someone who wants to get in close. I'm defenseless despite my claims of being closed off for good. I act like I'm protected, but I'm vulnerable as ever here today. These paper thin walls give me false confidence, and my defenses one touch from you, and they collapse into nothing around me fast. I'm exposed and scared, 'cause I thought I was safer than this. Ooh. People think I'm tough because of how I carry myself outwardly, but these paper thin walls hide nothing from anyone who looks close. I wear my heart on my sleeve no matter how hard I try not to, and pretending otherwise just makes me look foolish when I fall. I wish I could actually guard myself the way I claim I do daily, but I'm all talking, no substance when it comes to self-protection. These paper thin walls are embarrassing proof of my weakness shown. I keep building walls that can't hold up under any real pressure, and wondering why I keep getting hurt by people that inside. These paper thin walls are my attempt at safety, but they fail me every single time I trust them to keep my heart secure from harm. I act like I'm protected, but I'm vulnerable as ever here today. Lost confidence in my defenses, one touch from you.